My name is Leo Bond. I grew up in Minnesota and went to the Minnesota School for the Deaf in Faribault. I ran track, competing against other high school teams with both deaf and hearing runners. I was a three-time champion in the 440-yard dash. My coach, Ron Mitchell, invited me to join the U.S. team for the Deaf Olympics in Sweden. I was a little overwhelmed, but excited by the prospect. I trained for the next couple of months and then flew to Sweden. It took me some time to get used to the surroundings, seeing deaf people from around the globe with their different sign languages, but it was quite a spectacle to behold. I was there for 2 weeks. I met my main competition from Germany who was also in the 440. I was new to this level of competition, and he had so much experience. Compared to him, I felt like a kid. Anyway, we both made it through the preliminary races and finally faced each other in the finals. When I saw him at the starting line, I was pretty nervous, but worked on keeping my cool. We both took our positions for the start. When the gun went off, he shot out of the blocks. I wasn't expecting him to take off so fast. I must have trailed him by almost 25 feet going around the first curve. I did my best to kind of close the gap, and I knew that it was his pattern to let up at the end, so I gauged what would be my best time to make my move. Coming down the final straightaway, I finally caught up to him, and as we crossed the finish line, it was a dead heat. Crossing the line, the German runner looked stunned. Neither of us knew what to think. Everyone in the stands were also in shock at how close the finish was. And the question on everyone's mind was who had won? We all waited as the judges deliberated. My heart was racing in anticipation. All of my family and fans were also on pins and needles. When the judges finally announced that I had won, I was overcome with emotion. The German runner accepted the decision with dignity, though it was the first time he had been beaten. He really was an amazing runner. We both had the exact same time of 47.5, but I was awarded first place and he got second. The next race was the 800 meters. In that race, I led the pack and broke the world record with a time of 1:53.7. After those Olympics, I took some time to travel on vacation. 4 years later, I was ready for the Olympics again. The year was 1977, and this time it was in Rome. I felt much more relaxed the second time around. I had done my training and felt confident. Socially, it was really fun to get to meet deaf people from all around the world. Then came the time for competition. In the 440, I won in a world record time of 40 seconds flat. I doubled up with the win in the 800 with a world record time of 1:49.7. I was also on the victorious mile relay team. Altogether, I won 4 golds in 1973 and 3 in 1977 for a grand total of 7 gold medals. I felt I achieved all that I wanted to and realized I had enough of that level of competition. I was so grateful for my fans and everyone who supported me, as well as all of the deaf people who I met from around the world. At that point, I decided to retire and leave the sport, though it is still something that I miss.